peoples. Y'all, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I listened to a few interviews. Um, I listened to Franklin on Tamara Hall. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm not gonna stop listening to him because he cussed out his son. Um, that's like me saying that I will never speak to my granny again because she cursed me out. Come on now. If you ask me, y'all, that video I dropped, A Dying Breed, it's because we don't have enough elders that will come for a kid. Cancel culture then took over, and all of a sudden when a child speaks, all of a sudden they're made to be right and the parent is wrong. Like, Kirk Franklin is for real trending because of what was leaked. And he's a celebrity. I hate to say it, but in most homes, this goes down like every day. I mean, Ricky Smiley, I watched his take on this and I was dying when he said, I done went through this with all my kids and some kids that wasn't even mad. Wait, I love me some Plies, y'all. That man to me is, y'all know I'm a sucker for a little bit of a thug. Okay, all the way a thug. But Plies just does something for me, baby. My man said that wasn't even Kirk Franklin. That was me. I take full responsibility for what he said. Come on now. Here's the thing. Here's where I first had an issue with, because y'all know I'm all for every side of the story. There are 3 sides to every story. And this boy posted, now mind you, he posted part of the story. That ticked me off to begin with. Because now you got a chance to edit, clip out, and all this other stuff. And Kirk Franklin got right on Tamara Hall and said that he called the boy's therapist. Let me not say boy, because he a whole grown man. You in your 30s, fam. Like, at some point, y'all got to stop blaming y'all parents for what y'all didn't accomplish. Now, as parents, we provide as much as we can. But at some point, your grown behind got to actually take responsibility for that which you have not accomplished yet. He in his 30s. He still got time. And it sounds to me like his father don't mind helping. Ricky Smiley even said the kids didn't cuss him. Ricky Smiley said he pulled over and cried. One of his kids was cussing him out so bad while he was driving. Like, this is crazy. Steve Harvey had me cracking up because he said, and I cuss way worse than Kirk. So... And I heard Kirk Franklin, and I'm sitting here like, he don't even sound like Mary at the Board. If anybody done heard my granny cuss, baby, you know she a cussing how you rethinking your career, the amount of kids you didn't had, how many times you didn't switched homes, houses, and cars. Like, she for real will make you rethink your whole entire life just from cussing you out. So I had an issue with the fact that we just heard like that one side. And the other issue that I had is that the side that he played, the young man said, shut the F up. His daddy told him he'd kick his butt, and he was like, I dare you, I dare you. Like, this was not a fit of rage for this young man. It actually sounds like he's used to cussing when he talked to his father, which was a little scary for me, because that says a lot about, you know, how their relationship may have been going prior to his son doing this. And I'm sorry, the intention and the motive behind the young man releasing the video, because then he came back and was like, I wasn't doing this to bash my father. Y'all go easy on him, blah, blah, blah. Baby, this is bipolar to me now. You then went from trying to ruin the man's entire career, to turning around and now all of a sudden you want us to go easy on what you set up. Like, that just like really killed me. And I didn't think that Kirk needed to apologize. How you apologize for something going on in your life? So here's the thing. Celebrities are celebrities because of talent and creativity, not because of their homes and their relationships with their kids. Kirk Franklin is a gospel artist. His creativity and his talent ain't got nothing to do with the relationship he done had with this man. Let me quit saying boy, because yes, this would go different if you was talking to a 5 or a 6-year-old who's still impressionable. You a whole grown man who should have a career, a home, a wife, and children at this point. Not saying that I'm setting standards for any man. I don't want nobody jumping off no bridge talking about I'm 40 and ain't got all of that. No, boo-boo, that's not what I'm saying. But it's still not like that. Didn't seem to faze him while he was on the phone. He was just like really just upset. But when you disrespect a man When you bite the hand that, look, let's talk about this. When you bite the hand that feeds you, you know how sensitive it is for us to hear that? We know the struggle. We know what we done did to put food on the table. Come on now, somebody. We know what we've done to get you through school, to pay tuition. We know what the struggle, when you may not know it, but we know it. And yes, at a certain age, yes, Kirk was doing better. But I even heard the sister, and she was like, you didn't want for nothing. You had a spoon, you was spoon fed everything. You just didn't do what you needed to do in order to get further. And a lot of times you have young men that are growing up and they being handed everything. I got an uncle who done handed his sons job after job. He done handed them cars and they didn't do right. But in they mad they daddy the bad one. I don't see things that way. If he doing his best to provide for you, you either gonna take advantage of the fact that your daddy doing everything in his power to provide for you. You can't get a job on your own and your parent got to hand you a job. You need to be thankful. That's the way I see it. Like, there's too many young men out here who feel, and it's not just the young men, you young ladies feel entitled to, because I got a few of them that didn't live under my roof. They just so entitled that it's so bad that it's almost like they want to tell you how to parent them. Like, how? I'm not finna just hand you everything because you feel as though that's what I need to be doing. You're not going to sit here and tell me how to manage my money. You're not finna sit here and tell me what I owe you. You're not about to do none of that. And for real, like, if cussing at a parent, the blood of Jesus, cussing at a parent, babe, I think that's what got my blood boiling because I really didn't want to hear it. And I'm like, I didn't want to hear it because I said, I know this boy done went wrong somewhere in this video. This is not people hyping this up, talking about Kirk Franklin and cussed his son out. When a parent goes off really bad and it seemed like ain't no on off switch, a lot of times it's because we done said something over and over, or we dealing with a repeated situation, and all of a sudden in that situation where we're already frustrated, that child want to add disrespect to the pile. Baby. Oh, Jesus. Just me sitting here thinking about it. And then we got to the point where cancel culture started saying, don't put your hands on kids. Now don't cuss them out. Here's the thing. I grew up in that era where you got your ass whooped. I'm sorry. You did. You got cussed out. You got your ass whooped. It wasn't no getting around that. But here's the thing. I bet because I didn't want them hands, I wasn't out here stealing cars. And I say that because you got all these kids out here stealing cars in the city of Chicago. Where they parents at? Because I guarantee you, if you came up in a household where you understood you were not to disrespect your parents, there is no way you're going to go outside your house and disrespect another authority. There's no way you're going to go outside your house and be stealing from people. That's just the way I see it. I was raised that you just did not disrespect adults. Period. I'm in my 40s and I put a miss in front of people's name. I put a mister in front of people's name. I say ma'am and sir all the time. It's respect. That's just how I talk. It was the way that I was raised. You just didn't disrespect adults. And if you were raised that way from a child up, you take it into adulthood. You understand the level of respect. This man said he had his son in therapy. Like, how are we trying to help you? And then you go and do this and make it seem like all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. I don't know, y'all. When he said shut the F up and then was like, I dare you. I dare you. I was like, oh my God. This how he talked to his daddy. Y'all, oh my God. I can't. It just seems like there's a trend. Because it's too many. It's not just celebrities. Y'all don't hear about it in common folk house. You hear it when it happens to a celebrity. This is not something that's uncommon. Those of us who are not celebrities know it all too well. And I think Ricky Smiley hit it on the head when he said that you have a lot of entitled children who think that even in their grown state that they finna be disrespectful. You raise them up and all of a sudden as they get grown, this is how they want to act. This is how they want to treat you, and they want to act as if You owe them something. I'm going to tell y'all what I have to tell my kids all the time. I don't owe you nothing once you think you're grown, but guidance. And I say think you grown because we think that grown is affiliated with an age. We think that grown is affiliated with, well, I'm not living under your roof. None of that actually makes you grown. Do you have your own home? Do you have your own car? Do you have your own phone? I ain't talking about paying somebody to stay. This yours. You put the key in the deadbolt and the bottom lock. This yours. You not grown until you can actually take care of yourself on your own. Now, as an adult, being grown, it's hard. Yes, I have to reach for other people. But here's the thing. When you grown, it's a minimum. And when you're grown, people don't mind helping you because you've been helping yourself for so long that when you do ask for something, they automatically understand that you need it. My man's is in his 30s and he cussing his daddy out. Why? Your daddy is at the peak of his career and getting ready to launch a whole show, and you decide to do this? Like, that, it's from where I sit, he did it to be intentionally hurtful. And the fact that he been in counseling all this time and he's still saying, I've been going through this for 15 years. I mean, I beg to ask the question, you've been going through what? Because Kirk and the sister see things a little different. And I've seen it in my own family. You get grown, and because you're not where you're supposed to be at, all of a sudden it's daddy's fault. When daddy then tried to put you on. That's the killing part about it. You got a daddy that tried to put you on, and because it's not what you want to do or what you want to hear, you want to go a different path, which usually is a path that's surrounded by the streets or a certain lifestyle or a certain set of friends that you already know ain't doing more than what you and your family are doing. So when you choose that over what a parent is actually handing to you, then you setting yourself up for that. In my mind, I don't doubt that Kirk Franklin wouldn't guide him if in fact that's what he wanted right now. But at this point, I think Kirk was in that fit of rage because at the end of the day, the boy was just flat out disrespectful. I'm sorry. I've been raised around cussing parents. I've been raised around cussing family members. And at the end of the day, some of that fear helps you to better understand who you're not supposed to disrespect. And right now we have a world of young adults who walk around here disrespecting people daily on the street, in their family. They don't have any respect. And I told y'all in another video, it's because the elders are a dying breed. They're the ones who set those kind of standards and they stood on it. We got a whole lot of parents out here who got a shaky backbone. We need more people that's going to stand up to what's right. Stand up for what's right and stand on your word. Because if it ever get leaked that I cuss mines out, I'm telling y'all right now, it was true. So that's just how I feel. That's how I roll. I'm not taking nothing back. And at the end of the day, if you want to talk about it, I can tell you why I said it. But I'm not taking nothing back. If it came out, I meant what I said. If I tell you I'm going to kick you, that's what I meant. If I tell you you're going to get your own, that's what I meant. So, I'll see y'all next video.